The sciences and deliberating about the natural worlds is a deeply artistic and creative activity.
Science is often taught as, here is this thing that we know, and then here are all the STEM skills that you need in order to access it. But that's not a reflection of how science actually gets done. Yes, you need to know how to use math, but true advancements don't happen because there's some person who can solve a bunch of math problems really quickly in their head. They happen when someone has a creative perspective on an old problem.
How can we actually break down that false barrier between these two perspectives on the world, one technical and rigorous and one creative and expressive?
The problem with math education is we tell kids so early, oh, you're not really a math person, but you're just gonna have to get through this class to get this grade. And I think that we should frame math as something that is genuinely fun. When you're proving a theorem, there isn't always necessarily a right or wrong way to do it. And so this notion that math always has to be black and white, I think that we should unpack that notion and introduce more creative thinking.
Arts can really bring out the beauty of science in a way that seeing a blackboard full of equations cannot. It's a more instinctual understanding of science. When people see an image from space, although that's not art, that's something we've captured, it can touch you in a way that it's very difficult to understand just using the scientific thought process.
When I was studying for the SAT, there's this one passage I read that was actually about creativity in science. When you read a different piece of literature before going in to solve a science problem, they found that individuals that would read things like Helen of Troy or the Trojan Horse, and then would look at a cell and how it actually interacts with the body, people were better able to make connections between how a cell works when it comes to viruses and like a Trojan horse. The more creative you are, the more you're able to see connections in ways and build neural pathways and make things that are abstract more concrete to be understood.